We've all had them or thought about them. Things we don't like, people we would rather not associate with. Many of us just think about these things, but some of us write it down. And I'm talking about hate lists, which is an overall theme in Hate List by Jennifer Brown. Hate List is about a high school shooting and the events that kind of surround it. There's a fictional account about what happened at this high school. Valerie and Nick, in their junior year, are a couple. And they're more of the unique type of people in their class. People that are not different, but they're just unique and everything. They're not jocks or really anything like that. They kind of don't have like a clique almost. But anyway, Valerie gets this idea to make just a hate list, just kind of as a thing between her and Nick, just as a way to vent on what is going on through high school. Like, it starts off with just things that they hate, and then they start adding people, which are their classmates. And what was meant to just be a private thing turned literal when Nick started opening fire at school. And while this was happening, Valerie was didn't know what was going on because she was kind of farther back from the madness of it all. And then she saw what was going on, realizing that the people that were being attacked were the people that were in the list. So in order to stop this, to stop Nick from shooting all these people and going crazy, she jumps in front of a student and she gets hit. And that kind of, I think, sets Nick off, and then he commits suicide. So there's a dilemma that goes throughout the book regarding Valerie. Is she a hero for saving this particular student and trying to stop it? Or is she partially to blame because she was associated with Nick and they had this hate list? So part of the book is junior year, and then part of the book is senior year, so it kind of goes back and forth. And when Valerie goes back to school, the people are so mean to her. Like, I was reading some parts and I was getting so mad. That was so upsetting just how she was being treated when she didn't really, to me, she really didn't do anything. And then the principal engages this new policy, which I'm not going to tell you what it is, but it's really ridiculous, is all I'm going to say. And he does these things, like the principal in the story does a lot of things to make the school and his actions look good. So the ending is okay. It was kind of not what I expected, but that's okay. It was really good, though. Some bad things about it, though, which aren't that many. It is the beginning. The beginning part is really, really slow. But I think that the author did this for this reason, because it's her first day of senior year. So it's kind of illustrating how she doesn't want to go back. So it's very, very slow. She gets out of bed very, very slow. Not a lot happens. It picks up after a while, but I think that was just what the author was trying to show, but it was kind of hard to get into. Another thing I didn't like was the ending, because it could have, you kind of are expected one thing and then something doesn't happen, like that thing doesn't happen, so that kind of is disappointing. But a thing I like too is that each chapter, I'm talking about some things I like now. Each chapter kind of starts off with like a newspaper kind of article thing, so that was kind of neat. And yeah, I liked it that it was kind of incorporated the whole thing for Valerie, because her family life too is also affected by this school shooting, and that kind of is sad too, just reading it. Like, everyone treats her like it was her that did it, when she really, to me, really didn't do much. But anyway, another like really silly thing is that the cover I don't like. It does not give this book justice at all. I've seen paperback covers of this, and it looks so much better, but this one, I don't know. It just, no, it doesn't look good. I don't know if it's just because it's so dark, and the color scheme, I don't know, but I don't like it one bit. No. So that was kind of like a petty thing I didn't like, but yeah. Other than that, it's a fast read. It's really good. Very interesting. You get to know, you get to feel for Valerie a lot just because of you get to know a lot of details about her, and the way it's written, because it's told through her point of view, so you get to kind of know her and like what her thinking is, and you get a little bit of history between her and Nick, and you see that he's not a bad guy. It's just he was set off by something that fail. He was set off by something, and yeah. So if you're looking for a realistic fictional drama, then I would recommend this book. Like I said, it keeps you from wanting to put it down because it is so good, and yeah. So that is my talk about HateList by Jennifer Brown. What am I reading now? I'm reading 3 books at the moment. I know, the one I'm reading for my literature class, which is Someone Like You by Sarah Dessen. I'm also reading Shine by Lauren Miracle and Empress of the World by Sarah Ryan. So I'm not that far in either of them, but yes. And I don't know if I'm going to return any of the library books that I borrowed, just because I don't know yet. So we'll see. Thanks for watching. Bye.